Hi guys, we're going to take a look at the first part of lesson 5.5. We're only going to do A, B, and C. So the remaining parts we'll do whenever I come back. Hopefully the practice with factoring went well. If you did have questions on that, we'll take a look at those when I come back as well. But let's just take a started look at long division. So I'm doing this kind of old school, just writing it in paper and filming my handwriting because my stylus isn't working and explain everything was giving me issues. So here's, if you could open up your notes, lesson 5.5, part 1. So what we're doing is long division, and I'll explain what this is used for and its purpose and applications more when I get back, but just the process of doing it. So for part A, divide 3x to the fourth minus 5x cubed plus 4x minus 6 by x squared minus 3x plus 5. So I set this one up already. Notice that when I put 3x to the fourth minus 5x cubed, just like we did with synthetic substitution, you have to put in for every term. It makes it easiest if you actually write a 0x squared. Some people just leave a blank space, but definitely put some placeholder here. And then plus 4x minus 6. And I put my other polynomial outside. So what I want to think is x squared times what gives me 3x to the fourth. So x squared times 3x squared is going to give me 3x to the fourth. So I'm going to put that above here because I put it right above the x squared term. And then I do division. 3x squared, the rules for long division. 3x squared times x squared is 3x to the fourth. 3x squared times negative 3x is negative 9x, cubed. And 3x squared times 5 is 15x squared. Because these degrees go down, x squared, x, and then nothing, that's why these work. If not, you would want to make sure to place them in the appropriate column, like the cubed under the cube, the squared under the squared. All right, now I'm going to subtract it. So I really subtract this whole thing. What I find to be easiest is to just go ahead, since subtracting is adding the opposite, make each of these opposite, and then you can just add them. So that x to the fourth cancel. Negative 5x cubed and 9x cubed gives me 4x cubed. 0x squared minus 15x squared is minus 15x squared. And we know with division you can bring one term down. Okay, so now x squared times what gives me 4x cubed. And if I do 4x, x squared times 4x is 4x cubed. Notice the x went right above the x. It happens that they're both 4x. That doesn't matter, but the degrees have to be the same. That's what I'm looking at. 4x times x squared then is 4x cubed. 4x times negative 3x is negative 12x squared. And 4x times 5 is 20x. Okay, I'm going to just go ahead and make this add the opposite. My 4x cubes cancel. Negative 15x squared plus 12x squared is negative 3x squared. And 4 plus negative 20x is negative 16x. I'll have to bring one number down. And luckily that's my last one. All right, 3x squared times what gives me negative 3x squared? It's going to be negative 3. So negative 3 times x squared is negative 3x squared. Negative 3 times negative 3x is 9x. And negative 3 times 5 is negative 15. Add, like the opposite of all these, same as subtracting. If you like subtracting better, that's fine. Oh, 25x. And then that gives me 9. All right, now with this number that I have at the end, that's technically what we would normally just call our remainder. But because we're doing long division, we added to be one more term. We would, just like you do with long division, we put this over negative 25x plus 9 over what was out here. Okay, so x squared minus 3x plus 5. So this is my final answer when I divide the first polynomial by the second. We're going to try two more Then feel free to watch these again as you'd like, or YouTube them if you'd want different ones. And you're going to try the homework based on this. So this one's just written out. Let's set it up. So 4x to the fourth. I have no x cubed terms, so plus 0x cubed plus 5x squared minus 9x plus 18. Every exponent's accounted for. Okay, so now I want to think x squared times what is 4x to the fourth? X squared times 2x squared is 4x to the fourth. So I'm going to put it above here because I need to put it above the degree that matches it. 2x squared times x squared. Oh, it should be 4. I'm sorry. X squared times 4x squared is 4x to the fourth. So it's a nice little built-in check if you make a mistake, like I just did. Okay, so x squared, 4x squared times x squared is 4x to the fourth. 4x squared times 2x is 8x cubed. 4x squared times 4 is 16x squared. I'm going to subtract it, which is the same as adding all the opposites. Those cancel out. I get negative 8x cubed. And here I'm going to get minus 11x squared. Okay. All right. All right. I'm allowed to bring one term down. Minus 9x. So x squared times what is going to give me negative x cubed. X squared times negative x, 8x, gives me negative 8x cubed. And I can check it. Negative 8x times x squared is going to give me negative 8 times the coefficient 1 is negative 8. X times x squared is x cubed, so it works. So negative 8x cubed. Negative 8x times 2x is negative 16x squared. Negative 8x times 4 is negative 32x. I add the opposite, same as subtracting, so that becomes a plus, a plus, a plus. Those cancel. I'm going to get 5x squared. And 32 minus 9 is 23. X. Bring down my 18. X squared times 5 gives me 5x squared. So here I'm going to go ahead and get 5x squared. 5 times x squared is 5x squared. 5 times 2x is 10x. 5 times 4 is 20. Subtract. That cancels. 23x minus 10x is 13x. 18 plus negative 20 is minus 2. So that's my remainder, but I write it like this. Okay, and that's my answer. All right, let's try the last one. Letter C. Divide this polynomial by x minus 2. So this one, I have every exponent accounted for, so I don't have to put any place values in. All right, x times what gives me x cubed? X squared. So put that above here. X squared times x is x cubed. X squared times 2 is negative 2x squared. That was a negative 2. X squared times negative 2 is negative 2x squared. I subtract, which is the same as adding the opposite. My x cubes cancel, which is what I want. And I get 7x squared. I can bring one term down. X times 7x is going to give me 7x squared. So this is going to be a 7x. 7x times x is 7x squared. 7x times negative 2 is negative 14x. Subtract, add the opposite, so those cancel and I get 7x. I can bring one term down. Now, x times 7 is 7x. 7 times negative 2, So we did 7 times x is 7x. 7 times negative 2 is negative 14. Subtract or add the opposite. That cancels out. Here I get 16, so it's plus 16 over x minus 2. That's my final. All right, try your best with these. Again, feel free to rewatch that, and I will help you with questions when I come back. Thank you guys. Nice work.